everyone, I'm Ali, I'm the chair of the English department. So Aaron asked me to talk about 4 things basically, right? So what is the department and what do we do, what majors we offer, what minors we offer, and then what our graduate students tend to go on and do. So to go really quickly through those things, basic role of the English department on campus, I think, is not really to do with English language necessarily, but it's to do with getting you to, the phrase I always use for this is develop and defend your own ideas. So whatever class you're taking in English, whether it be English 101 or whether it be 400 level classes in journalism or translation or literature, the goal is always for you to be able to think through for yourself ideas that other people haven't already developed. The point of reading things in English classes is to go beyond them. So your job is to read what's out there and argue better. You'll never take an English class at this university, I hope, where you just read a reading and then have an exam on it at the end to remember what the reading said. So if you're somebody who likes to think for yourself and to go beyond what is already on offer, then English classes are what you should be taking. So when it comes to majors and minors, we've got 3 majors and then 4 minors. The minors are the same as the majors, just with one extra thing. So to break them down, there's literature, journalism, translation are the majors and minors, and then gender studies is this sort of the independent minor. So literature, if you're interested in art, communication, basically abstract ideas and how you can argue concretely about abstract ideas, but mainly about how creative language use communicates precisely. So basically, if you think about the ideas that might be hard to express in normal language, literature is about how you can communicate those ideas or those feelings by using language in creative, unpredictable ways. So in the literature degree, that's mainly what we study. You can take all sorts of other non-literature classes, but that's the goal, to understand language use at its most extreme, or its most extremely creative. Journalism is almost on the other side. Journalism is about how to communicate really clearly and really well when you've already got your ideas. So in journalism, you get some training in how to go out and do research and discover facts and find things that other people don't know. But then also you do the work of working out how to communicate really clearly to different audiences, working out how to write in certain genres and share your work in a way that will reach an immediate audience. So one of the nice things about journalism classes here is almost everything you do in journalism is then ready to try and publish. So if you want to see your ideas in print or you want to share your ideas widely around the world, take journalism classes, they will help you do that. Then translation is basically about how you communicate across cultures, right? Or how you communicate across languages where things may exist which are not identical in each language. So if you want to think, for example, what concepts are there in Kurdish or Arabic culture that do not exist in British or American culture, then translation is where you work out how to overcome the fact that you have concepts or idioms or experiences that do not easily match up. How can you still find some way to communicate what these things are? So that's an interesting intellectual challenge. It's also a very, very useful skill because there are always people coming here looking for local guides and local explainers. So those are the majors and minors. Minor-wise, gender studies is a minor of its own. So gender studies would let you study the impact that sex difference has on life and experience and culture and communication, and also how the socially constructed ideas of gender, i.e. these kind of essentially unwarranted or unrooted ideas that men should be this way, women should be that way, how those kind of things play out in practice. So if you're interested in studying that, the gender minor lets you do that across departments, so you can take science classes, history classes, literature classes, language classes, everything that kind of lets you handle how gender and sex function across a variety of contexts. So then finally, the question of what our majors and minors go on to do. There's no real direct correlation, English is not a job, you can't be an Englisher. What you can be though is somebody who, whatever your role of job, is good at research, good at communication, and good at thinking for yourself. So the kind of things that our students have done, we had lots of students go and study abroad. So students have gone to Harvard in America, Boston in America, University of Manchester in Britain, universities in Germany and Holland. I think we've got 2 students this year applying for master's programs in Japan and Korea. So that will also be an Englishy path that you can take if you want to work internationally. English prepares you very well for that. Lots of our students go into NGO work, so especially people on the journalism and gender side of things. They work with international NGOs who are here to work on projects in Iraq, and our gender and journalism students communicate with them, run projects for them, blah, blah, blah. We have lots of people who've gone into writing and teaching focused jobs, so anything where your job is to process lots of information, come up with your own original ideas. Lots of people working in journalism as well. So there's no single job. That's true for not just English, but any major. Your major will not guarantee you a job job in any one field, whatever your major is. But yeah, English prepares you very well to be a good, successful, independent worker in whatever field you go into. And yeah, our students have a very, very high employment rate. We only have 2 students who are currently without jobs who've graduated from English, and both of them are raising babies. Before that, they had jobs. Once their babies are old enough, they'll go back to full-time work.